Welcome to the Motivation Without the Hype podcast with your host, Gez Perez. He's an author, high-performance coach, and motivational speaker. This show brings you inspiring messages and interviews to unleash your greatness in life and in business. So let's get started.
Hi everyone, welcome to Motivation Without the Hype podcast show. My name is Gez Perez, a former procrastinator, into an action taker. We bring you inspirational messages and interviews, including motivational insights, tips, principles, and proven strategies that you can take action on without the hype in unleashing your greatness in life and in business. Now, I'm super excited because we're bringing you a new podcast series, and it is Goals Without the Hype. In today's episode of part number 1, it is 3 things to consider before diving into your goals. So let's get started. Now, I know you feel giddy and you feel excited about the idea that came to you just now about 3 things to consider about diving into your goals. Now, I feel you. Now, everybody has that familiar feeling equated to having sugar rush once an idea is worth following that really crosses your mind. But you got to hold your horses and rein it back to scale up. And what I mean is we need to go over your goals first and look at these to consider before you exhaust yourself on something that is always good to reevaluate and verify that it's worth it. Now, is it realistic? That's the question number 1. Now, it may sound harsh to you, but let's face it, sometimes your ideas may be too weird or too far-fetched, may not be specific, or could be realistic at the same time. So wherever you are, you need to find out, is this really realistic? Now, you got to start with smaller goals for now that would eventually lead to the bigger goals. Now, we got to aim big, start now, and start with smaller steps. Because the more that you take those smaller steps, you are going to lead to all your bigger goals, because you're going to feel that stride, you're going to feel that momentum, you're going to feel everything from within to get you going that you need to get where you need to go. So as the journey starts, that is the first step, is to ask that question, is this realistic? And then learning a new skill could also be your first goal before actually getting to your real goal. So we need to bridge the gap and start putting things into motion and put a plan together. Now, question number 2 is, what are the potential problems that might prevent you from achieving it? Now, there'll always be problems along the way. But, I used to say when I coach or I do some events, I always say that, you got to avoid, people create a problem that's not even a problem yet. Sometimes we paint the picture, we talk about it, and eventually we talk ourselves out of it. You got to stop doing that, because and that's why we put this fear factor on ourselves, is because we create a problem that's not even there. And you know what the funny thing is? We enter to that problem. It's pretty crazy. So you got to really avoid that and prevent yourself from doing that. So what are the things you got to identify? What are the things that's actually going to hold you back? So for example, for me, when I was in a, health journey and I was road to, losing a lot of weight. And by the way, I'm on maintenance mode. However, through this journey of mine, in order for me to achieve my goals and to eliminate any type of problems that's going to hold me back is, what are the foods that currently is in my cupboard? Now, if I have chocolates, if I have lollies, or if I have candies, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to eat it. But if I remove all those things that's going to, pull me back, then these are the things I need to remove. So right now, list out the things that are currently are going to potentially be your problem or your challenge that you're not able to overcome it. So write it down, put a plan together. Number 3 is, have you established your milestones to review? Now, establish milestones that you can review periodically. If you want to do it on a daily basis, gratitude journal is quite good. For me, my gratitude is usually every Sunday, because I do gratitude for the week, and then I set myself forward of what I need to do to achieve my goals on a daily basis. So, review your milestones periodically. Now, if you've reviewed all these during your goal setting, and if you can confidently say that your path is in pursuit of your dreams is laid out, then by all means, go and make it happen. But don't let anything hold you back from fulfilling the picture that you are seeing yourself for your future. So start small, but dream big. You got to be ready for anything that will come along your way. And lastly, reward yourself from time to time for everything that you've gone through. So I want to encourage you today to get things done. Make it a reality in your life. You got to create a plan. You got to commit to it, attach emotions around it, and take significant action, and you will see and experience progress along the way. So that is episode number 1. Now, for more information about all what we do and what we provide, head over to GezPerez.com or download your free motivation app at Google or Apple Store, or access our discovery session to help you take your life and business to the next level. Now, all these details are listed on the podcast show notes, so click on those notes and it'll lead you right there. So if this episode has been helpful and uplifting, we would love for you to write a review to inspire more listeners to get plugged in. We will continue to provide high value content in each and every episode. If you don't mind sharing this podcast show on social media by inviting others, it will mean the world to me. Every time you tag me, we will get the opportunity to share those posts, and together we can make a difference in the lives of others through inspirational episodes just like this. So there you have it. In closing, continue to unleash your greatness and tell yourself that I can, I will, and I must, and we'll see you on the next episode.